In this video, we'll be talking about how to cut and sew this cape that cuts across the hip line of this dress. And the method we'll be talking about in this particular video is also the same method they use in achieving capes like the one on this dress and also the one on this dress and other dresses that looks like this. I mean other dresses that have this kind of cape. So basically, it is just for you to know the length of the cape and the width. That's how long you want the cape to be and how wide it's going to be. Then whatever shape you want the cape to be, and this depends on wherever you are attaching the cape to on the dress. But in this video, we are going to be talking about how to make the one that is on the hip line of this dress. But before I proceed, I want to say that I have not uploaded a proper video on this channel in 3 months. I've just been uploading shorts to make this channel active. To those that have genuinely watched out for my video, thank you so much for waiting on me for that long. The reason I've not uploaded on this channel for 3 months is because I just had a baby. So I had to give myself a break. Let me say I've been on maternity leave, but I'm back now. That being said, let's move right into the video. Just as you can tell from the video of the dress, this cape is a very, very long one. So first thing I did was to measure the length I want to achieve and I measured the breast. This fabric that I cut out is going to serve as the main fabric and the lining. I didn't share it into two because I'm just trying to avoid joining up since the fabric is already together. So instead of sharing it into two, I'm just going to neatly fold it into two. So I'll be using this fabric and then I'll be using this thick gum stay. I'll be using this Reggiline boning. This fabric is liquid Mikado. I used liquid Mikado for this cape and this is the width I want when I fold into two. This is the width I want at the end of the whole project, but I left it like that because I don't want to cut it open. Like I said, this fabric is the main fabric. This piece is the main fabric and also the lining. So the first thing I'll use is I'll use pressing iron to press it down so that it can properly fold. I'm pressing it just because I want to fold it into two so that I'll know where to stop my interfacing, which is the thick gum stay that I'll be using, because I'll not be adding the thick gum stay to the lining. I'll just be adding it to the main fabric. So if your fabric is like two pieces, you don't have to press. I'm pressing just to secure a proper fold on my fabric. So the only region I'll be adding my thick gum stay is this part that I'm measuring. So I measured it here. I have 4.5 inches, and then I'll measure the length as well, and I'll proceed to cut this out on my thick gum stay, which was what I did in this video. So after cutting it out, I'll be attaching my thick gum stay to one side, which is the side that is serving as the outer fabric. Now the fabric that I'll be showing at the front. So I'll attach my thick gum stay on that part, and when I'm attaching my thick gum stay at this stage, I'm not going to press it hard so that the gum stay does not like completely stick to the fabric. You're just going to press it a little just for the gum stay to stick to the fabric a bit, not totally. The reason is the regular boning is still going to pass in between the fabric and the thick gum stay. So if it has stuck onto the cloth properly at this stage, when you are passing the regular boning in between, it is going to give you a little bit problem. So don't press it too much so that it doesn't completely stick on the fabric. Yeah, so where we are at this point, the next thing to do after this is to mark where my regular boning is going to pass through in between the gum stay and the main fabric. The size of the regular boning I'm working with here, the width is not up to 1 inch, so I'll be putting that into consideration while I'm marking so that I don't mark space that is too wide for my regular boning or the one that is too slim that my regular boning will not be able to pass through. So the first thing you will do is mark 1 inch downward. From the 1 inch, depending on the width of your regular boning, whatever the width of your regular boning is, just add like half inch or half and quarter inch, and then you mark that downward. Since I have like half and quarter inch here for the regular boning, I'm just going to mark 1.5 downward, and then I'll mark that straight down. I hope that is clear. In my case, I'm going to be adding this regular bony in two lines. If your cape is wider than 4.5 inches, just like mine, you can add it in three lines. You can do it in three lines, but I'm going to be using just two lines. So the same way I marked the first line up, I'll be marking the first line down as well. I hope what I'm trying to say is clear. So mark that line and you'll be taking this piece to your sewing machine to sew a straight line from up to down on your piece. You're going to sew a straight line on the parts that you've added your interfacing, the parts that you have marked. You're going to sew it from up to down. So this is what mine is looking like when I was done sewing. You can see the four lines, two up and two down, and you can see that my line is not starting from up. I left like 1 inch before I did the sewing. The next thing after this is to turn your cape. So to turn, make sure right side is facing right side. If your piece is together like mine, just fold it the way I'm doing into two. If it's not together, just place the lining on the actual fabric, I mean the front side to the back side, making sure that right side is facing right side. And then you now turn. You will turn up, you will turn down. After turning, you proceed to flipping this to the right side. So in case your cape is as long as mine or probably longer than mine, when you want to flip, don't flip this way. It's going to get stuck in between. Flip it this way that I'm flipping it. So flip this to the right side, and after flipping to the right side, don't press it yet. Remember that we are trying to avoid, like we are trying to make the gum stay not properly stick on the fabric. So don't press it at this stage. If you press it at this stage, the gum stay is going to stick more, and then passing the regular bony through the channel you've created is going to be a bit difficult. The next thing after this is to pass your regular bony into the channel you've created. At this point, it's already like standing a bit. Now imagine when your regular bony comes into it. So I'll be putting my original bunny, and because this bunny is curved in a way, I have to watch out for where I want to be the outside of the cape and where I want to be the inside. So you have to pass it in a way that the original bunny is already curved. Like don't pass it in a way that the inside will now be curving outward. I hope what I'm trying to say is clear. So the passing might be a bit difficult. Just look for a way to pull through. Some parts might be stuck and some parts might just go easily. Whatever it is, just look for a way to pull through. So when I was done, I now gave it a very, very good press. And this is what the outside, I mean the right side, is looking like. You can see that you can't see any thread, and this is what the inside is looking like. I hope this video is helpful and interesting to someone. If it has been helpful, don't forget to subscribe if you've not, and turn on the notification bell so you get notified when next time I upload a new video on this channel. And as much as you can just share this video. You don't know who this video might be helpful to. So this is the outcome of mine. I just decided to embellish it with these mirror designs. Thank you so much for watching. If you've been with me from the beginning of the video till this point, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And in case you have any questions, remember that the comment section down below is always opened to take your questions. And if you've not seen these two videos that are showing on your screen, you should check them out. Trust me when I tell you that there are a lot of things you learn from them. Bye.